This is the place to be for tips, tools, and training to help you take the hassle out of your hustle and build a profitable business that's fun to run. Today is Tuesday, and every Tuesday we have TJ online. Web Girl TJ. She is our digital diva. She's coming in to give us some information on all things social media and digital marketing. And without further ado, welcome to the show, Terry Johnson.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another week, another show where we talk about digital marketing topics. And I thought of something the other day. I said, really, what I'm doing is curating and sharing the knowledge you need to have a successful digital marketing strategy. So I'm going to try to work that in somewhere. I kind of like that, curate and share, because it's not about we're just talking. So I'm curating, which is gathering or selecting and bringing and presenting to a group. So that's kind of what we're doing. And I'm glad that everybody's here. Let me do my little check make sure that we have success on Facebook. Just a second. Get my little iPad here.
I am looking myself.
You guys can hear and see, because we don't want to talk and then someone comes in and says, so we're good. So we don't want someone to come in and say, oh, well, we can't hear you. I can't hear. So we are ready. Right. And I want to say welcome to the live viewers that are watching with us, and also to the replay viewers. We love you too.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do, because I realize a lot of people watch the replay, and I'm glad. But I want to recognize them in a special way. So I had a little something that if you're watching the replay, put the hashtag in replay gang. I want to see how many people are watching the replay. So in the comments, just simply type in replay gang, hashtag replay gang, if you're watching the replay. Now there may be this is not a game show, but you make it something nice, because I know that everyone cannot watch us live because you're busy running your business, you're busy doing other things. And I've heard a lot of people say, well, I watch the replay. And I do that for a lot of people too, especially I want to give a shout out to May Anna Stevenson. She's blogaid.net, and she's Blog Aid on Facebook. So she does a show on Tuesday nights that I try to watch live, because she has really good information about WordPress and websites and servers and all of that technical stuff, but she tries not to get too technical. But her show is Tuesday on Facebook, which is the day at 9 p.m. And I cannot watch it all the time, but I always watch the replay the next day. So I wanted to let her know, because she said the same thing about this show. She said she watches this show on the replay. So replay gang, we love you.
We do. And also everybody watching over there on YouTube, also hashtag replay game.
Yeah, put that in there. Hashtag replay gang. I want to see what happens.
Yes.
And we can do this outside of Facebook, because hashtags are everywhere. Hashtags are, that's a system of a filing system of trying to sort and find out information on Twitter, on Instagram, sometimes on Facebook. We're trying it with the comments, and I'm not sure they're doing it on LinkedIn. Is doing their own little thing. So
yeah, we'll see how they go.
So they're pretty much suit and tie. We got on a tie and everything. So, but Facebook and Instagram, especially Instagram, is kind of really wild. They just let go with the creativity. So, but we're all glad you're here, because we're going to talk about the buy-in. I'm talking about the buy-in. And this whole month we've been talking about customer experience, and the last show was about telling a story and telling your brand story. But there's another part of that where you're telling the story, but the other side, the audience, the customer, whoever you're telling the story to get the engagement, they have to buy in. And buy-in is just simply a term that they're agreeing with your story. And buy-in is also a financial term, but in this instance, I'm using it as the audience or the customer is buying into your story. Because that's a really important point. You can tell your story, but if it's not engaging, if it's not true or creative or whatever, they're not going to buy into that. They're not going to buy into it. And then what do? Well, you there's certain things you have to do. But I wanted to, and I have my notes here, because how did I think of this buy-in? I mean, it's a part of the second part of the story, but I have a story. So I have a story. I'm a part of a lot of groups. I mean, because I like to see what people are talking about, what's going on. And so I have a networking group on Instagram, small group. And, you know, messages pop up on Instagram. And if I'm, you know, I'm right there watching it, I'll look at it, respond or whatever, or I'll come back later. But I saw this one response to another story. So there was someone on talking about they're getting a new job and about, you know, some financial stuff, and they needed some help, but they weren't asking for money. They were just telling the story of, oh, I'm doing this, and, you know, this is coming in and help is coming in. So this one person decides to join into that conversation. So I wrote down here it is. So it's someone who they're running a nonprofit, and I'd never give love to nonprofits, because you also have to do marketing correct in order to get people to donate. They're not buying from you. In a sense, they're not buying a product, but they're buying your story of why you do it and who you do it for. So you have to tell that really, you have to really have skills to tell the right story in order to touch people to get the donation. But this person says they posted a video today asking for back to school donations. Donate if you can, everyone. Thanks. Now that sounds innocent, right?
Yeah, it sounds innocent. I got a feeling there's another shoe dropping.
Okay. This person had never posted in the group before, so I don't know you.
Ah.
Why would I donate? Right?
Okay, yeah. So I've seen that where people come into the group, you don't know them, but the first thing they do is start asking.
Yes. Now, it's a great cause. Back to school. Kids are going back to school. They need books and supplies and backpacks and everything. But my thing is, it's a small, intimate group. How about join the conversation and let me know? Because there are other people in the group that I know. I didn't know before the group, but they started sharing their story and talking about what they're doing. There's one guy who's a comedian, and he's trying to do this, and he finally got an agent. We congratulated him. So he shared his journey. This person has not shared their journey at all. But to jump in because someone else was talking about money and having stuff donated or given to them, or they were in need, and how it was successful. So this person goes, oh, well, you know, let me put my thing in there. Instead of from day one saying, oh, hey, everybody, I'm so-and-so, and I have a nonprofit, and I do this, and, you know, I provide this, and let me tell you, you know, that. So when it's time for school, like it is now, you can come in and say, hey guys, I'm so glad you're here supporting me. I really appreciate it. You know, it's that time of year for school. I would really love if you went to my profile and saw the video that I posted about blah, blah, blah. So this person jumps in, asking for money straight away. It doesn't work for a business, and it doesn't work for nonprofit. It's a good cause, but you have to tell a story that I buy into and I get.
I need to believe you. I need to believe that you are not. I need to know you. Yeah, I need to know you, and I need to believe you're not shady.
Yeah, I don't think this person is shady.
No, I don't think so. But the actions are not.
The actions are
off.
Off, and I don't know if I'm going to reach out to this person or not. I don't know. I'll see if I have time.
But
I've done that. I go through in my Instagram and I see people, like I saw someone that had a flower shop, and I told them, hey, when you do your post, you need to put a location in because you're a local shop. So when you put your location in on the map, other people looking at that location will see your shop.
Correct.
So I will go through Instagram. If I see something I like, I will just say, hey, you don't know me. I'm not selling. I just want to give you a little help.
And that's what we should be doing if we can all. And that's why you go into a group to help. You're not going there to take. You're going to give. Right. And people need. This is good information, TJ, because a lot of times we really don't know how the culture of digital marketing works.
Yes.
And we're helping you with the culture of digital marketing. What do you do when you're in a group? What,
right.
And even, yeah, because you're doing digital marketing. Your clients are online.
Yes, but they're still clients. They're still people. How would you talk to that person in a network setting at an event? Would you go up and say, "Hi, I made a video about donating back to school time. Will you donate?" Some people would say, "Okay, I'll give $1 or whatever." But if you're in a nonprofit, you want more than dollars. You want big checks.
See, and the thing is that you built. Most people, I've seen ministries and some other people do, but they build relationship before they start asking for something.
Exactly. That's my point. Build a relationship first, and it works for commerce, for e-commerce, for business owners, and it works for nonprofits, because I do have a client that's a nonprofit. So that's one of the things that I hammer on is like, tell a story. Don't ask. Tell a story. Give something. And then tell a story about the end result, how your money can make this happen. But you don't ask for money. That's what people think. Okay, I'm gonna ask for money. I'm asking for the sale. I'm asking for the donation. But
build the relationship.
And nonprofits are thinking, well, people got money. I want your money. That's not how you get people to open your checkbooks. If you look at it's like larger organizations, nonprofits, they will have galas and balls and things, and they will have entertainment because they're giving something because they want you to feel good. And then they have, the people that they help in the organization, they'll have them come up and tell their story.
Right.
That's all, collect the checks for the donation so the nonprofit organization can keep going.
They give you a reason to give.
Yes. I love that. Give them the reason to give. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, okay, yeah, I would like to donate, but I don't know her. I don't know what you do. You put up a little video saying something, and I'm like, still, this group has been active for a while. Why is this the first? And it's a small group. So it's not like hundreds of people. It's a small group. So why haven't you introduced yourself and said a little something here and there? Not engaged. And not like I'm saying you have to be on all the time, because I'm not in the group posting there's people that are not posting all the time, but I'm responding by saying that's great, or giving a heart or an emoji or something, some kind of feedback, so they know, hey, I'm interacting with the group, even though I'm busy doing something else. But this person just popped up. I'm a nonprofit. Give me money. It's back to school. That's not how you do that. That's not how you do that. You could get $1 or something. You could that's guilting somebody into opening up their wallet to give to a worthy cause. But there's a better way to do it.
It's called a stick up. And because that's like because I feel like when I don't know you and you come up to me and just say, hey, give me this is a stick up. That doesn't feel like.
And they're doing it, they're thinking, oh, it's a good cause. It's not a stick up. But you're right. It is. So I'm like, I don't know. I was looking at the group and going, I don't know. I might say something privately. I might say, hey, just a suggestion. That's what I do. I just go, hey, here's a tip. Hey, here's a suggestion. You don't know me. Here's a suggestion. You might get more engagement on your Instagram post if you put the location in your map, because people will look at that. When they look at the map area, they see all of the posts from that area. So if you're a local business, you want local people, and they're looking at the map.
Well, and see, in business, this is why we're here to help you build a profitable business or nonprofit that is fun to run. So here's the thing. If TJ comes to you and direct messages you, or any one of us come to you and direct message you and say, hey, thought about you, here's an idea for you, the person, you should not get offended by it. You should embrace it. Take the suggestive help and see where you can make improvements. I would definitely reach out to this person in the group, TJ, and just say, hey, the culture suggests that you build a relationship first and then present your offer or your need.
Right, because the way that's being presented is a one-time donation of $1. You build a relationship and you tell your story and you say, hey, look, this, and you can share a picture of the kids without their faces. There's a lot of ways that they do it because you need permission to take pictures of children like that. But you share the story of, hey, look at, 50 kids are going to school with their backpacks or something like that. And you build the relationship because you're going to need more money throughout the year because it's not just back to school. The teachers need supplies when they run out, or the kids need supplies when they run out. And, this is the beginning. So also it's going to come back to another September next year. And they're going to remember, hey, and this is where you send the reminder. You gave last year. I just want to remind you of, the work that we're doing with the funds that you were so generous to give us, stuff like that. That's how you explain it. But you build a relationship because you don't want the coins. You want the big money. You want the big donation. So I'm just thinking, because I see a lot of the nonprofits just doing give. Won't you please give? No, you have to tell a story. You have to build the relationship. You have to let, are they interested? And they respond and saying, that story really touched me. And you go, really? You talk to them like you're face to face. And a lot of nonprofits don't do that. They just get on social media and post images and say, oh, give this, give, here's a gift, donate.
And I'm going to throw another wrench in there. Did you say thank you for the last time they gave?
That's okay. Now that we're talking about, I just remembered a story, another story. And this is it's not like I'm making it up. This is a few years ago. Oh, I can't remember. But there was a big tragic fire here, like right before Christmas or something, and a whole family of immigrants died, like the kids and the wife in it. And the father survived because he was driving the taxi. So he survived it. But it was, real tragic. And it was on the news for days. And I was like, okay, and they were like, okay, you can give to this organization that's going to help them out. So I gave to the organization. I mean, a small donation, nothing big. But it's just every year since then, I get a Christmas card from this organization, which when I get the card, I remember the story. And I go, okay, here's another donation. Even though the event happened a while ago, at least maybe 5 or 6, more than 6 years ago, maybe. But they give me a card, a Christmas card. And it doesn't cost them, it's just mailing in a card. But, that's the cost that goes into operating the nonprofit. But see how they trigger the trigger.
But they said thank you. Yes. They remember you. They're sending you a Christmas card. They are keeping the relationship going.
Yes, they're keeping a relationship going.
And so, a lot of people don't do that. I'm talking about in business. Do your clients get something from you on a regular basis that does not have anything to do with buying something?
Right. And we've said that a lot here, that your focus should not be selling, even though that's the nature of a business, that's the end result. You want to have profit. There's a way to do it. And it has to do with customer experience, telling a story. Maya Angelou says, how you make me feel, how you make them feel. Always remember that. It's about them, and it's not about, well, I'm running a business and I'm selling this and I want them to buy. Yes, you want them to buy, but that shouldn't be your focus, your drive. The drive should be giving, helping, showing, touching, with a story.
Right. And people actually, have you, I'm asking the audience, have you just bought something because somebody pressured you into it? You're resistant to that. Most people are kind of resistant to that unless you really, really need it, like the incident at Fry's, where you really need something and you have to go in there and get it. That's the only reason why you thought of them, because I have to have this particular thing. But that's not normally the case. Normally, you want to go someplace where you're celebrated, where the people like you, where you have some type of relationship with the person.
And remember that TV show Cheers, when Norm walked in the bar, everybody said Norm. It's like the whole premise Miss on the Bar was the place where everybody knows your name. Because people want to be known and appreciated for something little things.
Yeah.
Mean a lot. So.
Yeah, I was talking to a client yesterday about that, and I shared with him an example that I got something in the mail. I bought a domain name, and I got something from a company. I don't know them. And they said, we created a logo for your domain, and it's only $19.99. And so if you'd like to buy the logo or whatever, then you can take a look at the logo. So I clicked on to see what the logo was going to look like. Mm-hmm. They didn't make a logo. They had the starting plan for $19.99. So it was a bait and switch. And then they had a chat, and I said, okay, you guys told me that I could see my logo for $19.90. You know, maybe I would have bought it, but I want to see it before I give you the $20. Okay.
Exactly. You want to see it.
Oh, can you tell us what industry you're in and what So technically, you really didn't make a logo for me.
Right. They're going to make it if you pay the price.
Correct.
And they didn't say that. They said, we have a logo. Well, it's at the end of the buying process.
Right.
The logo is at the end of the buy. When you buy it, then you get it. That happens everywhere. When I buy it and I tell them what I want, they produce it, and in the end result, I have a logo. So you're right, bait and switch, which doesn't work. I mean, it may work for one or two people, but the end result is you want customers, you want to build a relationship, you want donors, you want to build a relationship that it's ongoing, not a one and done situation, not a one and done.
And see, that is the issue. I probably would have bought the logo because it's $20. I probably would have bought the logo, but they needed to have made me a logo before they sent that email.
Right. Say, hey, we got an easy process for you to have a logo, really quick, easy, and, check out our plan. Something like that, instead of saying we have a logo for you.
Right. Or either sketch one up or something. I know they don't want to do it.
There's a lot of things that go in the logo. They have to talk to you and find out what business industry are you in. What's the overall feeling of your brand? What's the voice? What do you want to convey? What colors? All of those things go in the logo. Yeah,
so their story wasn't straight. They didn't have that story together. Because I probably would have, like I said, bought the logo. Right. But I
see how you sell the logo services. It's that you say, because getting a logo is it's a difficult process because it starts in the mind of, I need a logo. I don't know what it's going to look like. I need help. That's where you start from. Someone, a frustrated business owner, or someone who's starting out with a shop online or whatever, and they need an easy, simple logo, but they don't know because it's the overwhelming choices, and they don't know where to start. And they heard logos cost $1,000 and up, and all of those things. So the way they should have approached that was, like you said, we take the hassle out of it. We make it easy, simple. All you have to do is answer a few questions, and you're on your way to getting the logo of your dreams. Something like that, or the logo that's going to fit your business. Instead of saying we have it, it's already done. No, it's not.
No, now they could have said you can have a logo, and that would have been different.
Yes, but they didn't do that. So
no. So I'm like, okay, no. But they got me to buy in to click to see what was going on.
See, that's a false buy-in because there's nothing real at the end.
They didn't deliver.
Right. They didn't deliver. So, when you go into a group and they're talking about, website design or landing page design or something, and people go, oh, I heard about this XYZ company, and you go, no. They bait and switch. So it's all, they're tarnishing the word of mouth because you never know who's going to tell who what or what's going to be discussed in different places.
Correct. And their website looks really good and all of that. I just don't know if I can trust you.
Right. I mean, and this is when we first started out with the internet and the web, you could pretty much tell like a website, oh, it's professionally done. You can trust them. But now everybody can get that done. It's easy to slap up a really professional looking template. and someone be shady behind it. So you got to, there has to be more. There has to be proof of respectability or reputation, where you've seen some sites they have, we've been featured on Huffington Post, CNN. You've seen that with some journalists and people and stuff, and they've been on these places. So that gives them authority. So you need that authority part, not just, okay, the website looks good, but nah, I'm not trusting you because you haven't built the relationship with me.
Correct. And so what we're encouraging you is to make sure you're not that guy or gal that does the bait and switch. Make sure you have.
Don't do that. Don't. It sounds like, that's the way to go. But
it's
don't
not.
do that. Charlatan and tricks and all of those kinds of things. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's see who's here. Tachi's here. Hey, Tachi.
Hey, Tachi.
And Franco. I laugh whenever I see that. Hi, Jason. But we're glad you guys are here. And if you, like I said in the post when I put up on on Facebook, I said we always want to know what's your thought, what's your opinion, what's your question, what do you think about the topic we're talking about? Because these are our opinions, and you could have something that's we haven't thought of or something different. So we always want to discuss that. This is a discussion. We're having a discussion because the end result is that everybody leaves the discussion knowing what they need to know, and they can apply it where they need to apply it, whether it's a business or a nonprofit. And nonprofits, and I wanted to bring this up because nonprofits, they think that they're not a business, but you have to operate what you're doing, especially online, digital marketing, social media. You have to look at it. You have to use the same tactics that a business would use, because you're trying to get the buy-in. You're telling a story, and you got to get them to connect. That's the buy-in. They have to connect with the story.
Yeah, because you are a company, just like TJ said. Marketing is marketing. It doesn't matter if the entity doesn't matter. There's still some best practices that you need to have.
Right. And it doesn't matter. You can be commercial or non-commercial. You're for-profit or nonprofit. But
and I want to give a resource for those who are nonprofit and you're watching this. There is a lady called Laura Fredericks, and she wrote a book called The Ask. And if you are a nonprofit, The Ask.
Okay.
How to present and ask for the money you need for whatever. You can even use the book in your own personal, how to ask for the job, how to ask for the raise. But she wrote the book on the ask, and she has some really good tools and insights on the proper way to ask for things.
I like that, the ask, because there's an ask in when, and that ties into what we're talking about, because the buy-in is the ask. You're telling a story, you're presenting something, you have an online store, you say, buy my t-shirt, buy my this, buy my jewelry, buy my golf balls, buy my travel agency services, buy my coaching service. You're asking, not selling.
Nope, you're asking. And her name is Laura Fredericks, and it's The Ask. You can get the Audible book, or you can get it in Amazon, of course. And it's a really good book.
Oh, I like that. I'm Googling her as we speak.
Yeah, because it was, I was like, man, and she answers, and, she used to be an attorney, and then she started helping corporate America.
And it came right up in my Google, The Ask.
Mm-hmm.
Fredericks. And her website is expertontheask.com.
Mm-hmm.
I will be looking at that because, like I said, the ask is the buy-in. You can tell stories all day long on Instagram and Facebook, or Facebook Live, Instagram Live, but are they connecting with you? Because you're telling the story of what you're doing, why you're doing it, and at the end of it, you're leading them to somewhere where they're buying the product, buying the service, or the donation. And you have to make it smooth and easy and seamless, where it's like They're not even knowing that I don't even know how I'm writing this check to for the school donations. It's just naturally flowing. I got to give.
Right.
Because a part of the donation it's about them. They have to feel good about giving. That's the success there. They have to feel good about giving. So you have to connect to that part that makes them want to feel good about it. So they also have to connect with the nonprofit.
True.
If they're not, if it's someone like this one about back to school, if it's someone who's not a parent or they're, a young adult, they're not going to really be connected to that. Whereas, working parents and parents and stuff like that, they're like, they understand that kids need back to school stuff. Most schools don't supply a lot of paper and pencils. They need tissues and hand sanitizer and staples. There's all kind of stuff. So there's always a list at the beginning of the school year where the kids have to bring all of this stuff to school. So.
And a lot of people are maybe thinking, well, why do we have to do school supplies for kids? Don't the teachers in the school?
That's a good question.
Don't the school supply all that?
They don't.
No.
They don't. There's always a list at the beginning, and it's not paper and pen. It's stuff. Paper towels, soap, tissue. It's stuff. And if the kids don't bring it, then the teachers have to go out of pocket. Sometimes the teachers still have to go out of pocket. So yes, the school system should be doing that, but unfortunately they're not. So this is why the person is doing the nonprofit for back to school supplies. So
and a lot of people, because you see them. Why is everybody asking? Now we get the backpacks with the supplies in them. We understand that. But the teachers do need other materials too.
Yeah, because the teachers they come out of their pocket, unfortunately. And I think there's a website where you can go and donate to the teachers. I forgot the website.
Right.
There's a website you can actually pick like a school and the teacher, tells her story on the web or him. The teacher tells the story and, why they, need whatever, and then you donate.
And then you can participate with the local stores in your area. Target always does something for the local schools.
Right.
You can go in there and donate a certain amount to the schools in your neighborhood to help the teachers there. So
yes. So like I said, it was a good, the donation is the charity or the nonprofit is a good. They have a good purpose. There's a reason for it. But I was just saying, like, I don't know you. You just popped up and asked for money, and I looked in the group. There was maybe one response, but there's a better way to go about it.
Yep.
So they on their Instagram they should be telling stories. They did have a video about something, but there has to be a little more effort of introducing yourself first. I'm so-and-so, and say who, if you're the founder, say your name, let them know who you are. Don't just be your profile icon is the logo that you're using, but you're still the person, because people give to people. They don't give to the donation. They give to the people that are behind it, that are telling the story.
Right.
There should always be a face to the donation. Always. And the one that I'm working with now, last year or the year before, they were featured in the New York Times. The founder was featured. Like, a reporter came and talked and took pictures, and she explained everything of why she's doing it. So that story is there, and we reference it.
Right.
Because it's there. So you have to be the face of, and because people are going, well, I want to give to something, but the name of the organization, but there has to be the person, the founder or the board of, directors or whatever. It has to be faces, it has to be people to connect. You really get the donation. We're not talking about, you get $1. We're talking about donations. Like, you really get money. And you have to tell your story, because this person, they could be getting stuff locally. Local businesses could see the profile on Instagram and want to give, but you have to tell the story and get the buy-in, get the connection, get the agreement to say, I want to be a part of that, because it makes them feel good, or it connects with the person that's giving.
You're having to build trust. That is the name of the game. Build the trust. And how do you build trust? By telling a compelling story.
Yes. Telling a story.
And the story needs to be the truth.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what we mentioned, last week. We talked about it being truthful, telling a story that, not something you made up, because people will make stuff up in order to scam. It's, it's been scamming from day one. But
yeah, and you will get caught.
Right. They get caught.
The scammers are going to be caught.
You see it on the news all the time. And if you're telling a story, you got, things to back it up. Pictures, or someone else witness it, or whatever, or someone buys into it, someone agrees to it. So it's not like you're telling the story and making it up, going, this sounds good. This is how I'm going to get people to give to me.
Right.
And then when you're talking about your business, you're going to talk about your why. You're going to talk about why you started it. The reason why you wanted to help, you wanted to do this, you wanted to do that. Always do that. And never think, well, I've told this story so many times. You have to keep telling it, especially if you're nonprofit. You have to keep telling it, because there's new people coming to the audience. There's new people discovering you. So there has to be something where they know you.
Yep. And you should have told that story somewhere. On your website. That's the corroboration of your story. Just because you went to the group.
That's your about page.
Yeah. Your
about page should be your story, not, I've worked here and I've done this. No, why did you do what you do? What made you decide to do it? Why are you doing it? Show who you're helping. Like I said, the reputation. Like if you work with big brands or corporations, you can use their logo on your website and say, I work with this, this, and this, and this.
Or here are the schools that I'm giving to, and If you need more information or need to know something else.
Right. You take a picture with the principal or the teacher that got the donation, that received, the money or the supplies, or you show the proof. Show the proof.
Right.
And like I said, but if it's with kids, like I said, there's a way you take pictures, like you take the back of them. I've seen that a lot. Or they're turned around or something, but you don't want to get the kids' faces on there, because this is, the having to do with school and minor kids. But when you talk to the principal or the teacher, they're going to be glad to take a picture with you, because, hey, there's going to be more donations. So I just thought, when I saw that, I was like, that's kind of innocent. And then I was like, I've never seen this person post in the group ever. And they posted after someone else talked about getting money donated to them for another cause. So I guess the person was like, oh, they're in a giving mood.
Let me jump on too. Give me some too.
It's like, and not in a mean way. I mean, I'm just, I guess it's about not knowing.
It just came off wrong. It came off
not knowing.
It came off not genuine and not wrong, and we understand that may not be your intent. Right. But a lot of times, if you don't know any better and you do something, the intent comes across very wrong, and people look at you strangely because it wasn't done correctly.
Right, and we've been all in the groups that turn into spam posts where I got this offer, I'm offering this, I'm selling this, I'm doing that. You don't want to be in. I find those uncomfortable to be in, where people are just talking about buy, and some groups will have a post where Monday is the day that you get to post the stuff about you, about your business, or what you want people to buy, or the service or the product you offer. They may do one a week.
Yes.
And then the rest of the week is about other stuff that you want to learn about. But there's only one day where, okay, here's a post, have fun, post away. But not these groups where someone is saying, okay, well, donate to me. Why? I've never seen you before. You've never posted before. I don't know you. So I go to your profile and I watch your video, and still I'm like, no, that's nuts. That's not how it goes. So I didn't look at the person's other social media stuff, which I'm curious about. Like, what are they doing on Facebook and Twitter and other places, which I probably will take a look at. But and it's not to down a person, like Fran said. They're probably coming from a genuine place. It's not a scam. It's just the approach with a nonprofit has to be. You have to introduce yourself. It has to be a face because you're asking people to give their money. So people give to people. They don't give to organizations. They give to people.
Which brings us to the next thing that we would like to share with you. Make sure you're consistent across all social media, because when somebody goes to check you out on your website, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Snapchat, are you legit? At least have your your domain is covered on all fronts.
Make sure your domain and your email and this is your brand look, where you have your logo and your whatever your mission statement is or your tagline. Make sure all of that is consistent everywhere, because if there's a break there, that's also with the nonprofit. It's like, well, wait a minute, something is not right here. Something's not connecting. So, and this is someone who's probably doing something small and local, which is not bad. But I'm just saying, the approach should be introductions. Who are you? What you doing? Check out my this, or go to my profile, and I'm working with kids to do this and that and that. Do that. Don't just say, give me, oh, it's back to school. I'm running a back to school supplies organization, nonprofit. Can you, donate? Donate, everyone.
Nope. I haven't, I'm in some groups, haven't had an opportunity to participate. So I'm not going in there asking for anything. Hey, I don't even post events that are coming up if I haven't been contributing.
Right.
It's like, that seems wrong on so many levels. Let me just pass this. I'm going to pass out my invite to all of y'all to come, but you haven't had a conversation with anybody in the group.
No, you haven't talked about what you're doing and why. Be passionate about it, because you are, you're asking for the buy-in. Be passionate about it because you're asking people to, and we said people have busy lives and they're, other things are going on. So you want to be passionate about it. You want to know what you're talking about. You want to be able to explain it simply and say, we do this and we connect that.
Correct.
Or the betterment of kids, or whatever it is. It has to be said simply. Think elevator pitch. That's a good show to watch. Entrepreneur has Entrepreneur Magazine. If you go to entrepreneur.com and their YouTube, they have elevator pitch, where people have to pitch their business or service with the ride of a few seconds. I think it's 30 seconds, 45 seconds. Not sure the time, but they have to convey what their business is about, because by the time the elevator drops down to the floor where the investors are, then they have to have that buy-in. As soon as the elevator doors open, the investors that are sitting there listening to the elevator pitch, they already know what they're going to do. That's the buy-in. So you're telling your story, but you must have the buy-in. You must have the ask, and you must have the buy-in.
Wow. This is very good, TJ. You always bring us something to make us think differently about how we do our digital marketing.
Like I said at the top of the show, I'm thinking my purpose: curate and share the information that everyone needs to know to have that right marketing strategy for success, to get what you want to have. There's certain things that you have to do, and not tools. I'm not talking about tools, because people go, well, I use Buffer, I use Hootsuite, I use this, I use that. I'm like, hey, it doesn't matter. The tool is how you're using it. What's the purpose? What's your plan? What's your strategy to use it?
Okay, so it's the plan. Because see, that's the thing. Without the plan, the tools make no sense.
Exactly. When you're building a house, blueprint, right?
Yeah, because without the blueprint, the hammer's sitting over on the shelf.
The floor, the walls, and everything. The blueprint. Where does the plumbing go? Electricity, all of that. So that's your strategy for your business. You have to know why I'm doing it.
Okay, so on Friday we talk tools, but Monday through Thursday we talk strategies and plans and blueprints.
Implementing the tools, because like Fran said, on Friday we talk tech because we're talking about what Facebook is doing, what Twitter is doing, what Apple is doing, what Google is doing. All of those things, they affect your business, because what these companies are doing, it flows down, because a lot of people using Facebook, a lot. They've got almost 2.5 billion users. So that's where it's like the place to be. But you got to know how to use that tool correctly.
Correct.
You could lose time, because like we said before, you get into Facebook on the app or on desktop. When you get in there, you start seeing your news feed and people posting articles and things, and grandma's had a birthday and somebody got engaged and somebody. You waste your time, which the purpose was to go to Facebook to use it for your business. So you gotta, the things you gotta do.
And so
strategy.
So you have to have a plan for that tool.
Yes.
And you have to, because a lot of people, okay, I want to buy Facebook ads. Okay, it's a good idea to do it, but you better have a plan.
You got to have a plan.
It is a very good idea for Facebook ads and Instagram ads and all of the other ads. But if you don't have a plan, that tool is not going to help you.
Right. What do you, and the one thing you should ask yourself is, what do you want out of it? That's the first question. What is the end result? What is the end result first? That will let you know a lot. What is the end result? That's why I asked, what do you want to see accomplished from us doing this? What is the end result? So, and there's a lot of different goals that you can have for your business.
Right.
Which we talk about here on this show and rest of the week, the whole week. We talk about that.
It's like, okay, well, I want to make money. Okay, well, you got to back that up. Do people know who you are? Perhaps your first stop is to get people to know a little bit more about you so that they can buy something from you. Then you can make some money.
Yes, because they have to buy in psychologically before they open their wallets. People don't just open their wallets. They buy in.
Oh,
and a lot of the successful businesses and corporations know that. They get you, and as a matter of fact, I saw the Nike put out a new ad with Serena and her dad. And really, this was, I put an Instagram post, my last Instagram post I put about telling a story, and I told a story about a girl and something. It's really Serena's story. I just simplified it, that someone decided to make a decision. So I'm glad that ad came out today. I was going to post it on my Instagram and say, see, this is what I was talking about, that one person makes a difference. So her father made the difference in her. He made a decision.
Right.
To say, okay, my girl's going to learn tennis. Boom. That's it. And the rest is history. Right. Now Serena's the greatest of all time in tennis. She's gone beyond Billie Jean King and everybody else. And she's going to continue to go, because I don't see her stopping anytime soon. If the baby didn't stop her and almost dying didn't stop her, I don't see what's going to stop her. So I like the way that Nike put that story together. And it's like a minute video. You can find it on Twitter. It's under Serena Williams. She posted it on her Twitter, and Nike posted it, and a lot of people have retweeted it. So it's a nice video.
Do you see, Twitter was the tool that was used to get it out there, but somebody had to tell the story.
Yes, someone had to tell the story.
Yeah, because because you have the Twitter account, your story needs to be crafted for the tool. And it
can be done with video. So everybody watch that video. It's like a minute, and then, like I said, you can find it on Twitter. You can. And probably on Facebook and Instagram also. I just happened to see it on Twitter because I love going to Twitter to see what's going on, what's new. And that's usually the first place something breaking news or something new happens. It's just the first place I go.
Wow. Thank you again.
And that is that's our discussion for today, and I'm glad that we had the live viewers that we had, and like I said, replay viewers, if you're still watching, I hope you are. Put the #replay gang in the comments and let us know that you're watching the replay.
Right.
Replay gang.
Yes, because we understand you are busy and running a business.
Yes. And it's just, we just want to know who's watching the replay. Because we have our regulars that we have the conversation with, and we have the back and forth. We know those guys by name, but replay viewers, I want to know you guys. We want to know that you're watching, and also let us know what you want us to talk about.
Yes, because we're here to help.
Right, because I'm picking in, like I said, I'm curating things that I think this might be a good discussion, and this might be a good topic to talk about on the Tuesday show. So always do that, but if there's something you guys want to discuss, let us know. Put it in the comments, please. Put it in the comments live right now, or replay, or a week from now, whenever. Just let me know. Just let us know, because we are here to help.
Yes, we are. Yeah. And we enjoy it.
Yes, we do. We do. We really do. So I hope that comes through, that everybody can see that. And we thank you for watching. And there'll be a show tomorrow with Coach Karen, right?
Yes, Coach Karen will be with us tomorrow. Same time, 8 a.m., 11 a.m. We're both in the a.m. on both coasts.
Both in the a.m. Coffee time.
Coffee, lunch, something, but we're here.
Whatever. Bring your favorite beverage and sit down, join the discussion with us. Like I said, join in, let us know what you're thinking, your question, your thought, what you heard, what you think. Because, everybody doesn't have to think the way that we're thinking. If you're thinking, if you see something different, or you see an angle that we're not covering, let us know.
Yep.
Let us know. It's not, no problem. It's discussion.
It is. All righty then.
Right. So
thank you.
Everybody have a good day, a good afternoon, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Don't forget to go to the front of your own line. Bye-bye.